Hi, it's an amazing day again today, and I am delighted to be in your faces once more. Happy day to you. This is almost midnight here where I'm shooting from, and I don't know what time of the day you'll be stumbling on this video. So let me do well to say good morning, good afternoon, good evening, depending on when you are watching this video. So, I remain Chibuzo Ama Micah. I am the MD Nahila Properties, and I am here to talk to you today about something that I believe is of immense benefit to you. And what is that? I'll be talking today on how you can utilize your real estate investment. So yes, you have already bought lands, you have bought plenty of it, but how can you use it? How can you make cash flow out of it? That is what we'll be talking today on this episode. If you haven't subscribed to my channel on YouTube, please do well to visit YouTube if you're not watching this video on YouTube, and please hit the subscribe button and then also turn on the notification bell button so you can get the notifications whenever we upload a new video. Thank you. So let's get right into it. How can how best you could utilize your real estate investment for cash flow? So a lot of you have bought a lot of land. You know, we realtors, real estate consultants, we are always on your neck to buy land because we know that land is the best way that you could invest your money in today's economy. So we always tell you buy land, buy land, buy land. But many people do not tell you what you can do with your properties. And that is what I have come to tell you today. What you can do with that land while it's appreciating, that can also bring you cash flow in the meantime, right? So the first on the list would be land banking. Yes, land banking is what you're already doing. Land banking is just the art of buying land and keeping it. So that is what you have done already. So you just buy land, in numbers, like numbers of plots or acres or hectares, and you just store them away. You just keep them for future references. Just keep them because the Bible says that a good man leaves an inheritance for his children's children. So you're just keeping it for your future generation and all that, or to sell off or to build enough after a very long time, but you do not have any immediate use for them. That is land banking. So that's what many of you are already doing, and kudos. Now the next would be land flipping. Land flipping is when you just buy land with the intention of immediate turnover, right? So you buy land, you most probably need to touch up on the land so it appreciates in value. So some people would fence the land, some people would, like, let's say it's a swampy area, they would just sand fill the land, just a little or no value. So some people add little value, some people add no value at all, but they just allow time to tell, and then they sell in about 6 to 2 years. It is basically land flipping. So some people will just buy the land, hold it for about 6 to 2 years, and then sell off. At that 2 years, it would have definitely gained some profits, some returns on investment, and basically that's what some people are after. Why some people would buy land maybe on distress sales, or lands that are not in so good conditions. Let's say it needs to be sand filled and all that. They go into the interiors, they buy this property, wait a little time, and they sell off. So basically that is also land, a way you can get money through land, which is land flipping. And a lot of people do not know they don't know how to do this land flipping thing, so they just allow their lands. But if you have a realtor that can help do this for you, you would really make a lot of money through real estate. But then that is also one thing that a lot of you are already doing, so that is not what I've come to talk about today. So the main things I have come to talk about today is how you can make use of the land that you are keeping, that is your land bank. That land that you have bought and you do not have any immediate use for it, but you want it to bring you money. here's what you can do with it. So the first on the list would be farming. Yes, farming. So if you have lands and interiors in some places like places in Ekpe, some places in Ekpe, you can farm. If it's within estates, some estates would not allow you to farm, but some may allow you to farm. You can farm on your land. So while your land is appreciating, you're also getting value from your land by getting food from it. And if you have large parcels of land, you know that you may probably just need to sell off some of those food or store them for a long time. So farming is one thing you can do with your land, and if you cannot farm yourself, you can also always hire people that can farm for you. Another thing you can do is leasing out the land. So you can also lease out your land to farmers who may want to farm. So leasing is the second thing on the list. So you can lease out your land to farmers, you can lease out your land to small business owners, or if you're lucky enough to have lands in commercial districts, you can lease them out to big businesses, big corporations like banks or other big companies, and you will be making huge money from leasing out your land. And the third thing you can do is for you to build them and sell them, or to build them and keep, rather build to rent. So you either build to sell or you build to rent. So that would be building to sell would definitely be something like flipping, but this time you have added immense value to the land, which is a property, which is rather a structure. You've added a house, you've added something to the land, and it's, yes. But building to rent is one way that you can gain passive income while keeping your land. And one of the things that people do in rental house today is not the outright traditional tenancy that we see when we used to grow up. We have, you just pay your house rent for 1 year. It's still very, very much available, but a lot of people today are going into short lets. So short lets is one thing that is really paying in the industry today, and a lot of people are really cashing out through short lets. So if you have the money to build, that is one thing you may want to consider. Then the last thing I would like to talk of is a broad subject. It is the subject of JV. JV is called joint ventures. So joint venture is when you as a landowner can collaborate with a developer who has the money, the expertise and everything to build, and you just share the profits, you share the units, and you do whatever you like with your units. So let's say you have this 1 acre of land, and you have this developer that wants to build a mini estate, and let's say they're bringing up, let's say 15 to 20, okay, let's say 15 units of terraces on your land. Depending on the value of the land versus the value, that's the monetary value that these developers will be bringing onto the property, and the expertise, the value of also of their expertise. That is how you now share the units, and you can do whatever you like with yours. You can either sell it or you can put it out for rentage. And again, rentage can also be either the traditional tenancy or short lets, right? So great. So another thing you can do with your JV is what we call the BOT. Yes, so BOT is build, operate and transfer. So you lease out your land to the developers, who in turn build on the property. Now when you give out your land, you don't lease out, you give your land. There's always an agreement to these things. So you give your land to the developers, who in turn builds on your land, and they operate that building. So let's say they put it out on lease, on long lease, for a period of time. So let's assume that you're giving out your land for a period of say 30 years or 32 years, and these developers, they build this house. No, 30 years is far, let's say about 20-25 years, and the developers, they build the land, the house, they build the houses, and they put it out on long lease for say 19, 24 or 24 years, and they return the house and your land back to you at the expiration of the 25 or 20 years and term that you both signed. So that is build, operate, and transfer. So they build, they operate it however they want to, whether they want to put it on the usual tenancy, annual tenancy, or they want to use the long lease, or they want to do short lets with it. Whatever they want to do is entirely their business. So they operate it for the time, and at the expiration of the tenure that you signed, your land reverts to you with the structure on it. So that's also, that is what is called build, operate, and transfer. So here you have it. These are some of the ways that you can utilize your property while it's also appreciating in value and bringing you you get both the passive income and also the value of the land keeps appreciating. I hope you found value in this video today. I hope that you were able to utilize some of these things here that I've said here, and until I come your way next time, where I'll be bringing you another amazing topic I know you would love to hear or to see that video also. I remain Chibuzo Amamaika. Please keep following us, please keep sharing our videos, and also I would like you to comment in the comment section what kinds of topic you like us to talk, and I promise to do my best to talk about them. And if it is something that I cannot speak to, I would definitely get an expert to speak to that topic. So thank you so much. Have an amazing life. I love you.